Maybe like 6 months back, we were at Mid-America and we built a platform for Travis to try to backflip the front flip. Banks came out and was on his pit bike, and he did wheelie to backflip on it. And then he did it again in front of Travis because Travis missed it. And the thing that sucks is the pit bike was like kind of cutting out a little bit. So the bike he was trying to keep revved up, and then he kind of wheelied a little bit too much and got KO'd on it. So he wanted to do it on a big bike. We're here to kind of do it again, but do it on a big bike and do it to a landing.
Oh, feeling pretty good. Earlier in the morning, I think earlier than anybody wanted to be here. We already had the bag up by the time everybody showed up. Nate, me, my brother, and Ryan got after it this morning, last night. Make it speedy since we got 2 stunts in one day. Gonna bang this out. I'm gonna send the fly bag back there and let Jim get a hand at some water aerobics. I'm not a water aerobics guy. I like the land. Smooth.
We learned a lot at Mid-America, so I jumped on and I was like, it hit my head, and I was so disappointed in myself for like half-assing the flip, pulling too late, broke my hand, messed up my wrist, and then I saw Banksy almost decapitate himself, and I thought, okay, now we know that you can take your head off. Like, it's actually more dangerous and more technical than I had given the trick credit for, but now we know the parameters. He's got a bigger motorcycle, the 110 didn't run that well. This is not a trick that I feel confident to ever really take to a dirt landing, and if he wants to do that, he has to do it somewhere other than Fort Channel 199 or here at Pastranaland, because the margin of error is very slim. Watching Axel Hodges do his, so he didn't jump to a wheelie, he was just wheeling up the ramp and backflipping, and he's over-rotated, under-rotated. It's very difficult to keep that balance just perfect. Landing onto a ramp, holding the balance perfect, and getting that acceleration just right adds a whole nother element. So, you know, Banksy's one of the best riders in the world, but there's a very, very fine margin of error. I know he can do it. It's just a matter of timing, and you know, this is not a everyday trick. This is a let's do it for camera trick. So let's do it for camera, get it down, and grab some good wood like this.
Nate, do you have all this written down from the last one?
No, I know what I used on the last one, and but nothing's written down. I could go back and look at the photos and make a guesstimation. I really want Banks to look at it like he needs to decide what ramp he's using, because that's what it comes down to. You know, your takeoff angle, where like if he uses a 75-foot kicker, the lift's not going to be as high. So whatever ramp he picks, that's honestly how we should angle the platform on the top.
There's 75 right there by the dump truck too. That we can just eyeball it with.
Okay.
If nothing, we can always just drop it if I want to get higher or don't want to go as far.
The idea is for you to jump up here and land as smooth as possible, like seamlessly, correct?
When I do the wheelie to flip, I kind of want to jump into it, like face it, because otherwise your suspension's dead. If you're mellow and do a steep,
okay, now, okay. That's something I wasn't thinking of. That's a very good point. I get it.
Same way.
So like you want to basically come up above and land plant, and then it'll have your suspension squatted ready to flip.
Well, yeah, because the higher we go, the less I'm going to be able to land smoother. So if I can at least just get the suspension to go all the way down.
So what do you think about this angle versus going higher then?
I think we need to be back. I think Mid-America was good until I hit it once on the big bike. I won't know.
So let's move the outrigger in just a hair.
Okay.
And we'll pop it up, and I got these 4x4s that basically you can just stand on there and we'll pop them in and see where we're at.
Eyeball it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's crazy. There's so many never been done things at Pastranaland, and it's just like a common thing around like our whole group. I don't think it ever changes for me. I'm like so passionate and serious about trying to make sure things are safe, but there's not one time that I don't have chills like going up and down my body, like before and after all the stuff, you know. I mean, you're nervous a lot of times, and I've been around Banks so many times and trust his skill level, so I'm getting on that level with him where, you know, I think he's got this thing on lock. He's got tons of skill, and the way he like is thinking about it. Travis and I have our thoughts on it, and then Banks will add his thoughts on it, and we, you know, agree with what Banks is saying, but we're also talking through what Travis and I believe will be more consistent. But at the end of the day, you know, the rider has to decide, like, this is how I want to do it. This is the feeling I want, because we all understand like the concept of different styles. Like there's 10 different ways to do something, but at the end result, this thing's going down. Banks is going to do it, and it's going to happen, but he's the one behind the throttle, and can't wait for it to happen, man.
The nostalgia runs deep here, man. A lot of great things have been done. A lot of great, you know, world's firsts have been accomplished here, and it's exciting. You know, everybody's excited. Everybody's a little nervous, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen. And this is a tight area right here. There are definitely some other variables as far as the shop is right here. There's cars everywhere, but I think Banks has it. He says he's feeling good, so we're gonna see some cool stuff today.
Trying to dial it in, make sure I don't miss the bag. There's a foam pit kind of out of the way, and then there's pallets and a dump truck and a Can-Am to hit. It's the Pastranaland chicane. A little chicane up there, got a little chicane going out. Once we set the bag up, you know, everything's got to be perfect, top notch.
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Not bad for a first time, but that's nowhere near consistent, so.
Well, wait a minute. You said nowhere near consistent. You've only done it one time, so if you do it a second time, then we can start calling if it's inconsistent or not.
It's a long last battle and no one will take the time, and it brings me down.
I asked Trav how sketchy is this, and he just went on a 5-minute rant of how many ways you can get hurt on this that I didn't really even think about.
I remember the first time I watched a movie called Steel Roots, and Jamie McGrath did a step up, landed in a wheelie, and kept wheeling, and I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. Now he's trying to land in a wheelie and backflip from a wheelie. You know, it's like same but different. And that's how I broke my hand, ladies and gentlemen. When you land up there, it's a little lower than I would personally like to be in the RPMs, which is going to be that little hesitation bog, where if you went a little higher with that and a little further back with the ramp, you know what I mean? You could hit it just to RCH faster, and then you would be, when you landed, it would be more in the range that I think you want.
If we go up, the bag needs to go back. I think I'm gonna go first.
Right, but I'm just saying, yes, we could do all that. I'm just saying, expand the whole thing by just a little.
Yeah, we can go up with it, back a few feet with it.
Just a little bit. You okay for that?
Yeah, let's
All right, let's do it.
Going good, making some slight adjustments. Going up, get the RPMs up a little bit, and let the Eagles fly. Gives me a little more air time. Do we have to do it? Probably not, but it can't hurt. So the masterminds right there are taking over. Still have my input, but you know, they've been in this game for a long time, longer than I've been alive.
All right, so we went a couple feet up. About the same up and back, honestly. Yeah, we'll see.
How high is that?
Only 2 feet. Looks like a lot.
Yeah. No, it looked like a lot from the back, but that's what she said.
Yeah. That's where I would want to be in the power range though.
It's a long last battle and no one will take the time, and it breaks me down.
That looked perfect. That was the one that we've been waiting for.
All right, we're ready to get it done. It took a little bit, but we got it. 2 for 2 out of the 69 I did that didn't work. But we're gonna do it for the home team.
Yeah, I'll take those odds. I like it.
Here's the thing. It's great setup. It's still a pretty hard landing. It is a bag landing, but there's just so many variables on how that motorsail comes off. If he rotates too early or too late, and it's such a fine line between the two. It was just I don't like it. I don't like the variables. Having said that, he did the last 3 in a row perfect. We'll find out right now if Banksy's a gamer. Like, if this is, when it's your career, you have to figure out on those moments, and you have to be better than you were on a moment that wasn't as important. And there's some people that go one way and some people that go the other way. This is a big moment in Banksy's career, in his life, and with the risk factor as high as it is, I hope it's one and done, and he doesn't want to go do it 5 more times, because I really believe he'll land it. Okay. One and done, one and done, one and perfect. Yes, 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 too much. Oh, you're good. That was awesome! Yeah! You okay?
Yeah.
You knocked the wind out of yourself?
Oh, a little bit.
Dude, that was so cool. The hardest thing is when you do something that's never been done and you do it so much adrenaline. He actually overdid it, and now you're thinking, did I go too far? Did I overdo? And then the bike's bent. There's just more variables now. 2 and done. 2 and done. That was awesome. That was good.
Drop it. Yeah! Yeah!
Here's the thing, I watched Axel Hodges all year on tour, and it's such a fine line between unconscious forward and unconscious not rotated enough. Just adding that extra element of landing, having to land in a wheelie, find your balance point, get the pop off the top. Like, you can't do a standard, like usually in a backflip, everything's forward, and there's so much technicality to this, and you made it look really easy both of those times. And I know people are gonna watch this and be like, well, that doesn't seem so bad, but this is one of the coolest things. I tried it one time and broke my hand, and my wrist still doesn't work. So, and that was to a flat bag. You just landed this. Look how high your takeoff is. He's a big one.
That was awesome, man. And I was sitting on top of the shop for the whole thing, seeing the whole thing just getting played out. It couldn't have went any better, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I know Banks got skills. Everybody here knows that Banks has skills, but that was badass, man.
Son, I love thrills like a middle school crush. If I can't die, there ain't no adrenaline rush. Watch me fly by through the sky on my dirt bike, reppin' 199, cause I'm coming in clutch. Seem like 99, I've been here, couple big nuts. Seem like since then, every year, couple big cups, couple big breaks, couple falls, couple big cuts, couple black feather in me, you can get yup. Yeah, I should've wanna try me. Ask me what's my sign, told him 199. Want me hook up to an Ivy. Want me going out my mind, told him 199.
biggity, 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 boom!